no one is around you. Say, baby, I love you. You ain't running game. Say my name, say my name. You acting kinda shady. Ain't calling me baby. Why the sudden change? Say my name, say my name. If no one is around you, say, baby, I love you. You ain't running game. Say my name, say my name. You acting kinda shady. Ain't calling me baby. Better say my name. The other day, I would call, you would say, baby, how's your day? But today, it ain't the same. Every other word is a yeah, okay. Could it be that you are at the crib with another lady? If you took it there, first of all, let me say, I am not the one to sit around and play. So prove yourself to me, if I'm the girl that you claim. Why don't you say the things that you said to me yesterday? I know you say that I was doing things. Something's going down, that's the way it seems. You know we know they acting strange.
Be like, damn, slow down. I know you see a queen adjusting her crown. She been knocked down, but she never stayed down. She been living life like it's her playground. And they be like, damn, slow down. They can get just.
Hey y'all. Hey y'all. I swear every time I get on live, I get a phone call. Like, that is ridiculous. Okay. Hey everyone. Happy December. A long time no talk. Hey India, not India. I am streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So if you guys are watching the replay, hey you guys, happy holidays. I'm so sorry for my absence. But you know, we gonna catch up, y'all. It's been so much going on, and we need to talk. We really need to catch up. We need to get into the swing of things. So if you guys did not know, every day after work, I'm the one that's going to be taking you all the way home. My name is Audrey. On my channel, we talk true crime, trending news, celebrity news, and just about anything else, you know, for real. But it is mainly centered around true crime. So if you like that type of content, please make sure you subscribe and like this video. Hey, Brina. Hey, Tracy. Hey, Miss Rye. Hey, All Eyes on Me. So I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I don't think I even talked. Have I talked to y'all since Thanksgiving? When was Thanksgiving? Hold on. Thanksgiving was the Lord. You know, hold me accountable, y'all. Thanksgiving was the 24th of November. The last time I've been on here, I have talked to y'all since Thanksgiving, I believe. Yeah, okay, we've talked since Thanksgiving. Okay, because that was a members only video. Okay, so we have talked. Okay, y'all. So jumping right into things, I initially wanted to kick off today's episode with talking about the little girl that was kidnapped by the delivery driver. I believe it was a FedEx driver. Did you guys hear about that story? This one was very scary to me. So I want to discuss it with y'all because this one, it kind of hit home, if you ask me, just because we all have children. And what happened to her was just, it was really scary. So let me know in the chat, have y'all heard about the little 7-year-old girl that was kidnapped and unalived by the FedEx driver? I'm going to share my screen and we're going to talk about it, you guys, mainly because that's why I really decided to come on live. Y'all, I had to make sure I had laid eyes on my daughter the whole time she was coming home. Her bus stop is literally 3 houses down and I don't care. I'm like, heck no, because I usually just let her walk home. You know, it's our neighborhood is very quiet. It's senior citizens, it's little children. So I'm like, surely, you know, nothing would ever happen. But after I heard about this story, no, never again. Hey, Brittany. Let me see who else is in here. Oh, okay. So y'all said that y'all haven't heard about it. Okay. Miss Ross said she did. So we're just going to be talking about a conjunction of things. Usually I save true crime for Tuesdays and Thursdays, but we're just going to go with the flow today. So this is going to be about Athena. The 7-year-old girl's name was Athena. This is her on the screen. She was a beautiful little girl. Her name was Athena Strand. So this is coming straight from you guys from CNN, and it says, a driver working for FedEx was arrested and charged Friday in the kidnapping and unalivement of a 7-year-old girl who disappeared from her home's driveway in Texas earlier this week. So it was actually last week. It was last Wednesday, you guys. Just for context, and last Wednesday would have been the date of this November 30th. Okay, so November 30th, Athena went home in the went missing in the driveway of her Texas home. It said Athena Strand's body was recovered Friday evening, which is December the 2nd. Wise County Sheriff Lane Atkin said at a news conference. It hurts our hearts to know that child passed away, Atkin said Friday. It's one of the toughest investigations that I've been involved in because it's a child. And anytime there's a child that passes away, it just hits you in your heart. Athena was reported missing Wednesday, and authorities launched a search for her across Wise County, located near Fort Worth. Authorities believe the young girl was unalive within an hour, you guys, of her kidnapping from her family's driveway, which is about 200 yards from her home. 200 yards. This girl literally disappeared 200 yards away from her home. Like, this is just unheard of. Let me remove my artwork. I didn't even know it was covering it up. But really, 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 really sad. So just to finish it, it says the man's name was Tanner Horner, 31, is being held in Wise County Jail on capital charges and aggravated kidnapping charges, according to its website. Bond is set at $1.5 million, Atkins said. It was unclear whether Horner had an attorney or not. Horner, identified by authorities as a contract driver for FedEx, was allegedly making a delivery to Athena's home at the time she disappeared. Earlier Friday, police say they received a tip that helped investigators determine Horner abducted the child from her driveway. Strand's mother, Madeline Presley Gandy, said her daughter was taken from her by a sick, cruel monster for absolutely no reason, she wrote in a Facebook post on Saturday morning. I cannot describe the pain and absolute anger I feel. Missing her doesn't cover how I feel, Gandy said in the post, accompanying a video of Athena, then age 3. I want the world to know my baby, my first true love, the reason I breathe. Athena is innocent, beautiful, kind, intelligent, and just the brightest, happiest soul you could ever meet. I don't want her to be the girl known as the one unalived and discarded by a monster, she added. I want everyone to know, every single person in this world, that this is my baby and my baby was taken from me. I want everyone to know her face and her voice and just how wonderful of a person she is. Athena, who will be remembered for so much, like her dream of growing up to be a Viking princess with tattoos just like her dad's, how much she loved her 2 little sisters, and her love for anything pink, her mother wrote. Authorities did not indicate a possible motive, said Horner did not know the family or the child, according to Atkin. Athena's cause of unalivement remains under investigation, and her body was transferred to the medical examiner's office Friday, Atkins said. Gandy shared another Facebook post dedicated to thanking the hundreds, if not thousands, of volunteers and authorities who helped look for her daughter. As a mother, I know no one is as broken as I am, she wrote, adding that the official agencies who assisted in the investigation have all cried with me. It takes a special kind of person, and whether a child is yours or not, working crime scenes involving children are hard, she added. Thank you for finding my baby. I know everyone wishes this would have ended differently. In a statement to CNN, FedEx expressed its sympathies and directed further questions to law enforcement. Words cannot describe our shock and sorrow at the reports surrounding this tragic event. First and foremost, our thoughts are with the family during this most difficult time, and we continue to cooperate fully with the investigating authorities, the statement reads. Now, I want to get into some of the details surrounding when she went missing and what all took place to find Athena. So, in another report by the New York Times that I have, it says about 200 people actually searched in Paradise, Texas, looking for Athena. So this was from Wednesday until Friday morning. So it says that they had numerous law enforcement agencies using dogs, a helicopter with thermal imaging, you guys, participated in the search. Her body was actually found about 40 miles west of Fort Worth. So she was, after she was taken from her home, she was moved. 40 miles is over an hour away, I believe, like, damn near an hour away from her home. But they believe that she passed away within an hour from this man taking her. And she was taken by a FedEx driver, a contractor who was, during this time of the year, probably trying to get some extra money, and literally kidnapped this little girl out of the driveway of her home, this 7-year-old girl. So I really wanted to talk about it because we hear about these stories back in the day. Let me put it like that. Y'all know back in the day, kids was just literally being taken out the front of their yards. And over the years, it hasn't really been talked about enough. These stories are not really getting out there. So to know that a FedEx delivery driver stopped basically his job to do such a heinous crime is really heartbreaking. So hold on to your babies, hold on to your loved ones more during this season. It is a mother, it is a father, it is a grandmother out here that is going to be celebrating the holidays without their babies. And that's really hard. So my heart goes out to this family. But yes, please watch our kids at all times. Another report has said that they aren't even sure if Athena was home alone or, exactly what happened. The mother did actually look for her for about an hour before she actually called the police. So it's really kind of unsure if she was there and then was just looking for her for about an hour, or if she arrived and then was looking for her. Still hasn't been said or not. But either way, what is your thoughts about this story? Trey says she just heard about this. It was absolutely sick. It is absolutely sick and scary. We have Karen said, yes, he SA'd a woman years before and they didn't follow up. See, this is crazy. This is crazy. I did not do too much investigating in him, like I usually do with uncovering stories. The main reason why is because the law enforcement has been on top of it. Y'all know what I'm gonna say. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Stories of white people and stories of Black people are always in totally different about the support and things that have been done and things like that. So I'm not surprised. I'm really not, that no one did anything about that monster. Hopefully they take care of it now, but it's not going to give them back their little girl. So India said, this is difficult to hear about. What does his criminal record look like? You mentioned he was a contract driver. I often wonder how thoroughly contract employees of any company are vetted. I definitely agree. So a lot of times these people are just trying to get their business out, and I remember for years there are posts on like Facebook where they say like these people hire felons, and it's always like FedEx. I'm not sure if UPS does. I'm not sure, but FedEx is always on there. I believe like McDonald's, Amazon. So it's not a shock that this contract driver works for FedEx. They hire anybody. They hire felons. Brittany said, I heard that she was at her dad's and got into it with the stepmom, and she said the 7-year-old stormed out. Oh, okay. So, like I said, I did not do a digging into this story outside of the 3 articles that I read to see exactly the gist of what happened. But if you guys want me to, I can do a deep dive in this story. I usually do cover people of color. Y'all know that. But I don't mind covering this because this story, like I said, it touched me because I have a 9-year-old. I have a 9-year-old and I have a 5-year-old. And something like this happening could happen to mine. And so I just wanted to get that story out there. But if y'all want me to do a deep dive, I will. AK said, a lot of people have no business being on the streets. That is exactly right. And it's a special type of evil you have to be to hurt children. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what people choose to believe. Oh, lock this type of person up, lock this type of person up. I truly am not one that goes around trying to get people locked up, like, drug dealers and things like that. But I feel like people who hurt kids definitely should be under the jail, period, point blank. If you hurt a child, you're not right. And that's just how I feel about it. Like, y'all know, Donald Trump is running for re-election, and in his one of his speeches, he said that he wants to give drug dealers life sentences. Like, are you serious? It is people who are out here hurting children that aren't even getting 90 days. Like, stop it. They're getting off on uh parole. Leave it. Like, stop with the madness. Stop with the madness. Like, drug charges versus sex charges and unalivement charges, sex crimes against children, unaliving children and disabled people, those people should get life sentences. Period, point blank. So that's just my little rant on that. Moving right along into the next story I wanted to talk about. Y'all, this story right here got me in not Facebook jail, in Instagram, y'all. They deleted my comments, said I was harassing and bullying and everything. So, if you guys did not hear, there was a 10-year-old little boy that unalived his mother over a VR system. Did you guys hear about that story? Let me know in the comments while I pull up the article. Let me know. This story kind of ran off a lot of like the shade rooms and neighborhood talk picked up the story. It is of course regarding a Black boy and a Black mom, and I think that is another reason why they shared it. But I want to hear y'all thoughts about this. This is going to be an unpopular opinion. So if y'all ain't ready for it, I'm not sorry. This is how I feel, and I'm gonna say how I feel. I'm gonna be true to myself when I cover these stories, by all means. But I usually don't give my opinion too much, but this one I actually am. Okay, so India said, if I need if I'm in need of home repair of an appliance, I always ensure they are company employees. I would never allow a contract worker in my home. I definitely agree, India. So before I get into the story about the little boy, I definitely agree. Y'all know me and my husband, we just bought our home, and it has been so many people in and out of our home. But one thing that I stand by, and one thing I've always been taught, is I'm never going to be in the home alone with workers, especially like men workers and things like that. Like, that really does scare me, whether they are contracted workers or workers who work with the employees. People are crazy. And times like this, you don't want to live in fear. But hearing about that little girl's story just made me even more scared. Like, damn, my babies can't even be outside with the delivery driver. Like, it's just crazy. So and it made me think, because a couple weeks ago, my grandmother, she needed some help. Her toilet was overflowing and she needed a plumber. And I was like, well, I can, get a plumber out there to you. And she's like, there's no way I'm going to be home alone with a plumber, because, not to be sexist, but most of the time they're men. And I was like, yeah, grandma, you're not going to be there with no man coming in the home, unclogging your toilet. So that just shows you, my grandmother is an elderly woman and anything can happen. So I definitely agree with you, India. India said, exactly. Appointments are only scheduled if my husband will be home. Yeah. And like, when we was getting things done to our house before we actually moved in, we just had a lock key on the door. Go in, do what y'all need to go do, and leave. We had our camera set up, so if anything came up missing, but it was an empty house, so it didn't matter. If anything came up missing or damaged, we know who did it. But I wasn't gonna be there watching them. Do what y'all need to do. Just put the key back in the lockbox and go when you're done. Call me when you're done. But I try to schedule everything around my husband. So back to this. This is a Wisconsin boy. He is the age of 10, and he is being charged as an adult for allegedly unaliving his mom over an Amazon purchase. Now I'm going to play the video for you guys, and then we're going to talk about it. So just one moment.
They're looking for you.
Who? Who's looking?
There is no time. They will kill you.
But my daughter.
Taliban march through the streets as chaos continues. It's hard to put into words because most of the people will not get through.
What was originally thought to be an accident is now considered first-degree reckless homicide. When police went inside a home near 87th and Hemlock on November 21st, they found a 44-year-old woman dead. This criminal complaint says the woman was shot in the head and her 10-year-old son did it. Investigators say the boy told them his mother walked in front of him when he tried to shoot the wall to scare her. The complaint goes on to say after shooting his mother, he put the gun in the living room closet, then telling his older sister their mom is dead. The alleged reason why is on page 3 of this complaint and states he admitted that his mother would not allow him to have something from Amazon that he wanted to have. The complaint goes on to state the boy wanted a virtual reality headset, which he bought the day after his mother's death. The complaint says he apologized to his grandma for killing his mom, then asked if his Amazon package arrived. Mayor Cavalier Johnson had this to say about the case.
Anytime there's violence that happens in Milwaukee, whether it's committed by somebody who's 10 years old or much older than that, that gives me pause. I don't want to see anybody hurt or lose their lives in the city. In this particular case, I don't have the details just yet. This is something that is just coming to my attention just this morning.
The criminal complaint shows the boy's sister told detectives he had rage issues all his life and becomes very angry and acts out.
The boy's cash bond has been set at $50,000. He's expected to be back in court next Wednesday. In Milwaukee, Gabrielle Mays, Fox 6 News.
One second, y'all. Yeah, sorry, my baby. We were talking about some when you get off live, can you make me some hot chocolate? But anyway, so this is the story, as y'all heard. It was a 10-year-old boy who unalived his mother. Now, according to the 10-year-old child, the mother was in the way when he was basically threatening her, brandishing the weapon at her and threatening her. So she got in the way. He lost control. I mean, he's 10. I'm not sure how much control he would have of a firearm anyway, but unfortunately she did pass away from a wound to her head, right at the hands of her own son. And he then still continued to order the VR game and was expecting it to arrive. Now, a lot of people have mixed feelings in regards to the little boy, mainly because he did such a heinous thing to his mom. A lot of people have the sentiments that he knew what he was doing. He should be charged as an adult. He's evil. He's sick. He's this, that, and the third. Now, this is just my opinion on the story. A lot of details are not out about this because it is a juvenile. He is a minor, you guys, as well as it's one of those stories where it's very, very freaky. Like, this isn't something that you want to call normal. So it's not something that we have a lot of information on. However, the fact is this child, like the sister stated, has always dealt with rage issues. They allege that he was going to a therapist, you guys, a licensed therapist, and they did diagnose him with, yes, okay, I was getting to that. So they did diagnose him with a mental illness. It is unknown which one he has, and that, he has always had some type of anger issues. When he was the age of 4, he actually would hurt animals. Now, you guys know that they say a lot of serial killers, they hurt animals. That's their first victims are animals. So anytime you see someone hurting an animal, then you know something's not right. And then the boy also allegedly hears 5 voices in his head, you guys. This little boy, this 10-year-old child hears 5 voices in his head at a time or during a period. I'm not sure, but he was being seen by a licensed therapist who did have some recommendations regarding treatment for him and what should be done. Now, I'm not sure if the child is pure. I'm not sure if the child is on medication or what type of actions he did. He, was his mother was taken to get him help. Now, on the day that he did unalive his mother, he did actually unplug the cameras. Now, his mom had cameras in his room and around the house due to his rage issues. He unplugged the cameras, and he did confess to doing this, unplugging the cameras and actually unaliving his mother on purpose. So that takes us back to how we are in the Black community. Y'all know, in our Black community, we stand by the saying, that we don't care. Wrong is wrong and right is right. Hey, they don't care. We don't care if it's a child or a grown up. So a lot of people are like, yeah, he should be charged as an adult. He's evil and he knew what he was doing. This is my honest opinion of it. I do not agree with any 10-year-old child, especially a 10-year-old Black boy, being charged as an adult to go into any federal facility. People keep saying, oh, he's going to be held in a juvenile facility until he's 18 and then he'll be transferred as an adult. That is not true. Juveniles are oftentimes charged as an adult, especially Black boys, and they are held in adult facilities. That's not saying at 10 he would be in a adult prison, but at 14 he could. At 15 he could. And prison is not the place for him. He needs to be in a psychiatric facility, and he needs to be a ward of the state. This is just my opinion. He should be there for the rest of his life. He should not ever get out because, of course, he could hurt someone. The main reason why I don't believe he should be in prison is because prison doesn't help anyone. If anything, prison makes things worse. People have seen the worst types of things inside these jails. They don't cater to mental illnesses. They damn sure don't cater to people who have sociopathic ways, which this child displays, in my opinion. I'm not sure, though, what he is actually diagnosed with, but they're not going to treat him. So he could very well start hurting people in the federal prison. He could hurt a guard. He can do whatever. It could just make things worse. I feel like he should be medicated and he should be treated for this. I don't feel like he knew what he was doing because, again, he has been diagnosed with something unknown by a licensed therapist. His mother had cameras, which lets us know that she was too afraid of him. And 3, I forgot to mention, he did confess to also unlocking the lockbox that held the firearm, which I was like, how the fudge would you even know the code? Why would you even know where the lockbox was? My children are not diagnosed with anything, but I can guarantee you they don't know where the guns are. They don't. They damn sure don't, for this reason alone, So I don't feel like he knew what he was doing in the same aspect as the sociopath Jeffrey Dahmer and things like that, because he is only 10 and he was hearing voices in his head. It was kind of sad, and as a mother, I felt stuck because it was hurtful to see the things that people would say. Hey, Ty, it was hurtful to see the things that people were saying about this child because he is a child. But then at the same token, we know that he is sick and that he did something very, very bad. So how do you treat something like this? Because he took the life of his mother purposely. He confessed to this, his own words. Now, don't know, how far, but he confessed to this. So it's like, dang, I don't believe that you should talk about children in a certain way. Things like, oh, he knew what he was doing. I'm telling you now, at 10, I did not know what I was doing. A lot of times I thought I did. Hell, I did not know how to spell definitely. And here I am, 29 years old, and I still can't spell definitely. So I can't say for sure that he knew what he was doing. However, I can say for certain what I feel like we should do as sane, clear thinking people. I feel like we should get him help. This is something, whether we know it or not, he may live with this for the rest of his life, sociopathic ways or not. He could very well carry this for the rest of his life and have some sense of pain inside that we would never understand because he saw what he did to his mother. We can only read the report and see the aftermath of it, So let me go ahead and read the comments, because like I said, this story is it's like I have a frog in my throat, only because it's so weird. Like, I'm really battling myself. I still have my morals and my views on it, but I do still understand the other side, and I see why people say the things that they say. but I really want to know what y'all got to say. So let me go ahead and get these comments. AK said, that lets me know his actions were premeditated. I don't know if prison for the rest of his life is the answer, but he does need to be institutionalized for life. I absolutely agree, AK. He should never be able to walk the streets, but we can get into the statistics of the jail system and how they do not help people. It's not a rehabilitation type place. When you go to jail, very rarely do you get out a better person. You know what I'm saying? If you ever get out. And for him, he is sick. He is only 10. So any type of jail can make things worse. People do not understand that getting psychological help versus going to jail are two different things. And that's the reason why a lot of people plead insanity to not go to jail. They go to these institutionalizations or rehab facilities that, you know, work with them and their disorders or whatever is wrong with them. India said, this sort of crime is so polarizing. I debate with my best friend about kids who have committed serious crimes. I agree with your stance. She feels differently because she is a psychiatrist. Oh, wow, India. So if you don't mind, can you tell me some of the stance that are some of the things that she feels because she is in that type of profession? I want to know. Turning the cameras make me believe he did know. Miss Kyra said, people are so heartless in my opinion. This boy is sick and he should have got help earlier. And that's the thing, Kyra. We don't know if his mother was helping him, what exactly the course of action was. But he was seeing a therapist. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There are facilities in my city where they actually do house children who have mental health issues, and they live there. Like some children who have serious like anger issues or bipolar disorders, schizophrenia, and I'm not sure which bipolar. I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna say one of them. Whichever one these children have, they live there. They don't come home. They are wards there because they're dangerous. Karina, did he confess or did the police make him confess? He confessed. He called his grandmother. He called his grandmother and his sister. He confessed. Karina, and to say for him to get out of prison at 70 is crazy to me. Yeah, I don't think he should ever be able to walk the streets because he already was hurting children. I mean, sorry, not children. He was already hurting animals as a 4-year-old. And then he hurt his mom. So the next time he does it, it's not going to be pretty, statistically speaking. Karina said, how should a 10-year-old get 60 years? It's crazy to me. Yeah, he shouldn't be in prison, but he should be awarded to the state. We had a similar case like that here. The little boy used a BB and unalived someone. Fast forward to 21, he was released and was back in court in jail. Yeah, absolutely. They go straight back because their mental health is not being treated in a prison. I feel bad for his siblings, and I don't think a 10-year-old should be charged as an adult. Yeah, his sister is actually an adult as well. So I think he was the youngest. My BF feels like there are children that are bad seeds. Yes, India, there are a lot of people that feel that way. Especially in certain religions, they feel like some children can be bad seeds. That's just, that's just how it goes. Back to Cain and Abel. Like, people believe it. And I can't say that being a child makes you a pure seed or anything like that, but I feel like we do as a culture. This story resonates with us as a culture because we do need to get better with mental health. I feel like our culture, we don't talk about mental health enough. We don't recognize it, and we don't even try to help people who are struggling. We kind of throw the bad seeds out or the bad fruit out, and we disregard it. Like we hold everyone to the same type of standard, and I don't believe that is right. I feel like it's very much so like our oppressors in the way that we think when we hold everyone to the same type of standard. Someone with a mental health disorder, I cannot talk to them the same way that I can talk to someone who is sane. I can't talk. It's for me, in my childhood traumas, I find myself not being able to talk to people who have never witnessed or seen the things that I've seen as a child and as a young adult. I can't talk to them the same way. They just don't get it. So for us to be so matter of fact about a child who was hearing 5 voices in his head, like, duh, we know that, like, that's crazy as hell. Like, yeah, something's wrong here. Talking about, he knew what he was doing. He heard 5 voices. We can point this to those mothers who go off and unalive their children, and they say that they heard a voice tell them to do it. The voice told them that he was a demon. Y'all remember the story I just covered about the little boy Cairo who was found in a Las Vegas suitcase. And we finally, since April, been looking for who he was and identifying him. We finally found his mother, Keisha, and she is still on the run, but she basically was saying that he was a demon. He was a demon. And she was looking for a priest to get the demons out of him, and he was trying to unalive her. Like, these type of stories are falling far too close together for me, in my opinion. If you talk to my grandmother, she would say we living in our last days because of stuff like this. If you talk to someone like me, and I think a little bit more outside of the box, I just feel like there's a lot of things that's going on, a lot of frequencies. Look, me and my conspiracies, a lot of frequencies is being put out there, and people are acting out. Things are weird. Social media, technology, these type of things are not of the normal. Like, we are tapping into things that we should not. We are going to other dimensions. Y'all, this is me and my conspiracies though. But, if y'all think we the only walks of life in this world, y'all crazy. Y'all are crazy. Like, it's definitely people under us and it's people above us, period, point blank. So when we start doing these frequencies and we're building 5Gs and 20Gs and having kids being on their iPads and on that type of shit, it's fucking with us. It really is. The things that we eat is fucking with us. That's just my opinion of it. I'm not saying that that's causing mental health issues, but it is the cause for a lot of this weird ass shit going on. And weird, I mean weird. Like, the stories are just getting crazier and crazier. AK said he confessed to his aunt. The aunt and his sister called the police. They said he didn't seem to care. And after he confessed to the aunt, he told her sorry and asked for his Amazon order. I don't know why I thought that was the grandma. Okay, so AK saying it was the aunt that he said this to. So I'm not sure. I thought it was the grandma, but if it's the aunt, I'm sorry for misspeaking. But yeah, he did. This is correct. He was basically like, where's my Amazon order? They said he was very cold about it. Like, he did not show a lot of emotions, which again shows me that he truly does have something wrong. And that does not, people think that when you say something's wrong, that's pacifying someone or making it right. Hell no, we just acknowledging that something is wrong. I did not say something is wrong and come live with me, because somebody in the Instagram comments was like, let him live with you. I didn't say that. I just said he has something wrong with him. Just like I said, you have on a yellow shirt. That doesn't mean, can I have the shirts? I just said, you have on one. AK also said, sad to say, some people are born evil. I think a lot of people get caught up in his age, but this child killed his mother. Yeah, and a lot of people see it, like I'm telling you, AK, you're not the first and you're not going to be the last one to say this, and a lot of people live and die by the code of, I brought you in this world and I can take you out. If the mom would have got away and then in return took his life, people would agree with her, because that is unfortunately how we are in our culture. She feels there are children who have genetic predispositions to be psychopaths. Hell yes. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all this. Let me figure out how to tell this story without hurting anyone's feelings. Okay, so I'm just gonna make it a blanket story. So you have two parents. Y'all know when you genes get caught up. So say the mother had rage issues, serious rage issues all her life. She was uncontrollable. She did this, that, and the third, and she ended up giving birth to a child with a man. The mother was so rageful and angry and all over the place. She went to jail, so she never raised the child, but the father raised the child, and the child displayed the same things. But remind you, she was never raised by the mother who displayed the same type of behaviors. Would you say that was genetic? I do. I believe that how you act is not just based off of what you see, but it also has things to do with your genetics. I mean, I've told y'all this. There's natal charts. I've done these on my channel where there's things that you that is based off of how the stars are aligned when the mother is pregnant with you, conceives you, goes through her 9 months, and then gives birth to you. All of those stars and those alignments mean something for the way that you are going to be, personality wise, health wise, feature wise, all of that. I do believe that some of these mental illnesses is definitely genetics. I don't care what no one says. Ms. Kyra said, it's social media and technology, like you said, it changed a lot. Yes, Brittany, above and under. Okay, so like you don't believe that there's life under the sea. Have y'all watched the new Black Panther? Like when they show like that life under the water, do you believe that that exists? No, I don't believe that it's blue people under the water, right? But it is things in the water. It's life under the water. We are not the only people. Y'all, we will be selfish entities to think that we the only ones. No, we're definitely not. I don't believe it. I truly do not believe that we're the only walks of life. It's things in the water and it's things in space. Period, point blank. There's other planets. There's other planets outside of the planets that we study in the solar system. There's other planets. So we already know that people can live on the moon. I mean, that's just my conspiracy, y'all. That's just my conspiracy. I don't want to. No, they wouldn't be called mermaids and aliens because they probably think we the goddamn mermaids and aliens. They have their own names, but I definitely think it's possible. I just do not believe that we are the only people walking around here. No. We can get onto that. We can have a whole live if y'all want, but y'all have to call in. If y'all want to talk about things like that, y'all have to call in. And we got to do it on the day that my husband is here because he's the one that put the thought in my head. Because I used to think like we was the only ones, like duh. And he was like, man, you crazy. And he went on and on and on and on. I'm not going to say everything because I don't want y'all to think I'm like crazy or anything, but he went on and on and on. And he made a believer out of me. I was like, you know what? What you're saying makes sense. What you're saying makes sense. And the main reason why is because when you create something, right? So whatever you choose to believe, however y'all choose to believe that we came here, y'all know there's multiple different theories on how we got here. Some people say we got here by an asteroid. Some people say we came from Adam's rib. Some people say we just popped up. I mean, there's so many ways to say how we got here. Who's to say that that wasn't done again and again and again and again? And as people, we have transformed over time. Now, this is not a conspiracy. What I'm about to say is 100% fact. When we were first, when Black people, melanated people was first on Earth, when they say let there be light, it is definitely because we were blue, black, green people, you guys. We were not people who were all these different shades. We were hues of black and green and blue. So, you know, when we still have our Black babies, y'all know those spots that they have on their back and butts, you know, and the doctors love to say, oh my God, those are bruises, you know, back in the day. That is the true color we used to be. Over time, our genetics changed and our hues were not so dark anymore and so green and our pigments. And that was because of our diets, the sun, where we were in the world, like, you know, parts of the world. So if we came from that, remember, if we came from blue and green people, you mean to tell me there's no other people? Nah, I just believe it. Yes, Brina, we can definitely, I said this before, we can definitely do the whole series of hidden colors. I think I said this, that I have to figure out how we can play it on my screen, but we can definitely do like a movie night, and it can definitely be, we can do it like under members only or something like that, but we can do a movie night and we can do the hidden colors. I have them all, but I have the DVDs. So I have to figure out how I can play it on here or put them on my computer and download them. So I'll be working on that. I'll make a poll and we can vote on it. But y'all, we are not the only people. I just don't believe it. And y'all know my husband, he's all into like books and reading and stuff. It's so many different things that we don't know, but we should know. AK said mental illness can definitely be genetic. Many times, more times than not, it's due to genetics. I agree, AK. And I'm not a therapist. I don't have no degree in that, but I definitely believe it's more genetic based than earth based. Let me put it like that, than what people see around you and stuff like that. Brittany said, I want to tune in. I never heard of any of this. Yeah, I want to do it. I definitely do. Because it's so much that we don't know or that we should talk about. I mean, and I'm not opposed to people come up here and saying, girl, you fucking crazy. There's nobody under us and there's nobody above us. And that our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, is the only one and he created us. I'm not opposed to hearing that. I've heard it all my life. I'm cool with that too. Whatever you choose to believe in is what you choose to believe in. But over here, we want to create a safe space. So this leads me on to the next topic, you guys. Now, let's go ahead and talk about Summer Walker, y'all. Y'all, hold on. Let me screenshot this and let me put this on the screen because Summer Walker, let's just see what y'all choose. Do y'all think it's right or not? Hold on. Because Summer Walker, baby, this is what Summer Walker asked for. So Summer Walker is currently trying to hire someone to work for her. She is in need of, Karina said they love talking about white Jesus. Now, Karina, don't get me started because, baby, I told y'all, I grew up with Black Jesus. I did not know that people was walking around here saying Jesus was white. I did not know that until I started Catholic school. Like, huh? He's white? Who? I did not know. You could not pay me to know this. I never ever was taught that Jesus was white. I never was taught this. And till this day, I cannot believe that people are. I never was. So I think I see it differently, but I have always been taught that Jesus was Black. We have pictures of Black Jesus in my house. Black Jesus. Yes. My dad had a fire and he lost a picture of Black Jesus. But his birthday is coming up. And I found the same exact one because we picky about our Black Jesus around here. I found the same exact one and I'm going to get it framed and blew up because we need Black Jesus. I'm trying to put this picture on the screen. Hold on, y'all. So we can talk about it. I don't know why they get on. This StreamYard is getting on my nerves. How do I share my screen? Hold on. Okay, let me share. Hold on, let me reformat it. Anisha said the blonde hair, blue eye version tripped me out. Girl, sure did. I never knew him to be white. Even scientists have confirmed that the first humans on Earth were dark skinned. Yeah, it shows just how everybody is really taught different things. I mean, that's just not even just a race thing. It's just there's Black people that believe Jesus looks a certain way. So I don't think it has anything to do with if you Black or white. It's just whoever you being brought up by, whatever they choose to believe and pass one down is what you grow up to keep repeating. Okay, I got it. Let me save it. And then after this, I got to get off here. My aunt's coming over and she will beat me down if she hear me talking about aliens. Because, baby, Florida Evans thought he was white. Wow, that is crazy. But one of my closest friends, she grew up Catholic. She grew up in a Black Catholic church, though, so it's not like that. But yeah, they was a Black Catholic church, but the Jesus definitely was not given Black. He did not look like how we looked. I don't know why this picture doesn't want to save. I don't know. I'll post it on my community tab because now it's not saving to my computer. I don't know what's going on. But it says that basically Summer Walker needs a male assistant. They're going to be making a whopping $2,000 a month. They have to be 25 and older. They have to live in Atlanta. They have to have a car. They have to know how to build stuff. Build stuff. She prefers them to be white or gay, just saying. And she doesn't, and they do not need to care about the music that she does or who she is. This is what Summer Walker had to say. Now, in this day and age, it don't take much to get you canceled, right? And I feel like for Summer Walker to, I got the picture finally. For Summer Walker to even make this type of post, and then when people hold her accountable and say, like, Summer, are you okay? Like, that's crazy. She said she didn't care. She said she didn't care. She does not care what people think. This is the post. Need male assistant, $2K a month. First of all, you definitely gonna have to hire somebody not black, because ain't nobody, not my people. Get somebody else to do it. $2,000 a month. Can somebody tell me how much that is a week? That is only $500 a week. Who can live off $2,000 a month as an assistant? Please do not play with people who are assistants. They do a lot for a little. Like the shit that they have to do compared to like working for an actual company or, someone that has different people to do different things. These assistants to celebrities be literally slaves. And $2K a month is definitely giving slave. Right, AK, somebody in Atlanta, ain't nobody able to even live off that. Karina, I'm not reading your statement. That is wrong. She said she better call Maria. Girl, Maria said get somebody else. Get somebody else to do it. She said 25 or older. So that means big boy bills, because she wants him to be a man. Big boy bills. You want him to know how to build shit, but you only gonna pay him $500 a week. You out your mind. Then what does gay have to do with anything? And this is why there's supposed to be a no discrimination in work, because being gay and being white is not going to make you a better employee. Like, what the hell? Like, what does gay have to do with anything? I was like, where did that come from? Like, the white, okay, white is right, whatever you choose to believe. But the gay one really threw me off. The gay and the $2K a month and know how to build stuff. What you want them to build? What do you want them to build? I'm so confused here. Like, Summer, really, something's wrong over there. It really is. I chose to forgive you when you said you didn't like taking baths. I chose to forgive you when you was allegedly not feeding your baby. I chose to forgive all this. But this one, I chose to forgive your rant about being a baby mama. And then you becoming a baby mama twice. I chose to forgive you. But this one right here did it for me. I wonder if she's scared she would get involved with him if he were black and straight. Well, AK, that's just scary. That's just scary. But looking at her last ex, I see your point. I see why. I see why you would say that. Yeah, Summer don't like taking baths. No, she don't. May have to do with her feeling like they don't want her sexually. But see that, and that's another thing. We have to stop this whole. Okay. I didn't want to go there, but y'all know me. Things that she said and she canceled out other people is very dangerous. So you don't want a black man that is straight. Why? Are black straight men dangerous? Do they only want sex? Are they like aggressive beings? I don't believe that. I don't. I believe that is very dangerous to even put out. But with the way she worded this, people could assume that that's what she means. And Anisha just said it. May have to do with her feeling like they don't want her sexually. So black men is going to want her sexually. I don't believe that. I mean, you don't bathe. London on the Track didn't want her. Shit. I'll put that out there. Summer is losing bad. Yeah, Summer but I don't even feel like the same reasons that you would cancel people in 2012 is the same reason why you would cancel people in 2023. And the main reason why is because this is not the first thing that Summer has said to people. The first thing that she has offended people by, and people in our generation are kind of like, they don't care. Like, it's free thinkers. The only people that's not getting forgiven is the people that rely on black media and white media and like Nike and shit. So Kyrie Irving and Kanye, they ain't getting forgiven. They're canceled. They are canceled. However, Summer Walker, she can rock out with her cock out saying shit like this. She's just fine. Her job is safe. Her job is safe. So the last thing before I go, has anyone been up to date with the Balenciaga stuff? We're not going to talk about it, but I want to know, have y'all been up to date with what's been going on with the Balenciaga ads and campaigns, and why people are trying to stand together and get them canceled? Nah, Tiffany, Summer Walker don't bathe. Hold on, let me find the article now, y'all, because y'all know she didn't bathe. This is back in 2019. Dang, I feel like we've been in a blip. 2019 feels like yesterday, but it's not. We're going into 2023. That's crazy. But yeah, in 2019, she basically said on Twitter that she doesn't bathe. But then she came back and was like, she does, but she prefers baths or some shit like that. AK says she kind of sort of knows what's going on. Oh, she has no clue what's going on. Tracy says she kind of sort does. Okay, so I've been looking into what has been going on with the Balenciaga accusations. So upon my investigation, what I have found is basically they had a campaign that was going on, and the children was in BDSM. So y'all know, like bondage and the teddy bears. And a lot of people felt like that was sexualizing these children and that it had a deeper meaning. Now, y'all know a lot of big brands, big white brands are very they sexualize children. Let me just put it like that. So when this was shown, people was looking towards major celebrities that actually support Balenciaga to step in and speak out. And one of the major celebrities is Kim Kardashian. Now, Kim Kardashian she models for them. Her and Kanye's daughter North models for them, and that did not happen. So that made people even more enraged. Like, you guys, we need to take a stance. If we take a stance for everything else, if Balenciaga can fire Kanye West for his comments, they need to look at themselves and hold themselves accountable for things like this for children. And basically, moral of the story, people are, basically coming to the realization that no one cares about the protection of children, the sexualization of children. No one cares. And that is a bigger issue to me. I am not shocked that Balenciaga did this. Let me show the pictures. I'm not shocked that they did it. I am shocked at the fact that they are not actually a lot of people speaking out about it. These are the only pictures that I was able to find, but hold on. Let me just share my screen because it's not going to work. Anisha, exactly. Who signed off on it? And that's the bigger issue. Y'all, when you guys work in like marketing and things like that, there is so many chains that y'all go through to finalize an addition, to finalize a rollout of anything. Like, it goes through so many different channels. So the fact that this was approved by every single person lets us know just how sick this world really is. Can y'all see? Let me see if I need to. So this is basically the picture, are some of the pictures. And as y'all can see, we don't have the other pictures, and I never saw them, but I'm still looking for them because y'all know I'm nosy. But basically, this is the picture, and the bears have like bondages on them. I don't know why it won't let me zoom. Am I the problem? I don't know how to zoom, y'all. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Hopefully I can see better. Okay, so this is the bears, and they have like bondages and all this weird ass shit. So why are y'all selling something like this? Doesn't even look. This looks scary if you ask me. Hold on. This right here, this little mother effer. Look at the choker, the lock chains, and all this. Like it's giving Chucky. It's giving scary. Why would a kid want this? Who are we marketing this to? This just goes to show y'all that they think people will buy anything if it's name brand, because this is ugly. This is ugly. So I don't understand, like, why would we buy this? Yes, Brittany, so many people is ripping Kim K up for supporting them, and she basically try to give some half-ass explanation saying that, hey, I wanted to hear them out. I wanted to get an understanding of why they would do this. Bull, blah, 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 blah. And instead, people, it just goes to show people are so understanding for certain things. It's selective outrage. There was no type of, let me hear Kanye out. Let me hear what Kyrie Irving had to say. Let me get an understanding. When Kyrie Irving shared a documentary that no, he did not put on there, please watch, or anything like that. He just shared the cover and said that, we need to learn about Hebrew and Israelites. People ripped him to shreds. People did not actually want to hear his side. They just gave him a list of demands. When Kanye West got fired by Balenciaga, no one was hearing him out. They just gave him a list of demands. However, Balenciaga gets to be heard out. We need to see why they would do this. We need to see what they were thinking. Hell no. It's the selective outrage. This is the other one. Look at the lace. Hold on. Y'all. Come on, Mac. I don't know how to zoom in. I'm trying to see if y'all can see the lace. Okay. It's not working. But I'll put it on my community tab. But basically, this is lace underwear. This is lace. And then y'all see the gagger, the little ball. This is like ball and chain. So BDSM, shit that kids shouldn't be around. But y'all put it on teddy bears for them to hold. So let me know. Y'all can look into it. We can finish this talk tomorrow before I share some other stories. But let me know y'all thoughts about this and all the other topics that we talked about. If you guys are watching the replay, please drop down in the comments to let me know y'all thoughts about the stories we covered. I definitely want to hear about the 10-year-old boy. Do y'all feel like he should be charged as an adult? Do y'all feel like he knew what he was doing? If you are a psychiatrist, let me know your thoughts below, a therapist, whatever. Let me know if y'all study children or y'all work with children, because I feel like this is something that we need to talk about. And it should be it is sick, AK. That's what I said. The underwear threw me off. It's very sick. But we're going to finish the Balenciaga talk tomorrow. I'm going to keep doing some digging because I truly didn't know why people was outraged with them. I don't follow them. I can't buy nothing from them. So once I caught on, I was like, whoa, this is getting deep. So I found some other stuff, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. But we'll finish this off tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for rocking with me today. I'll catch y'all tomorrow.
And thank you. Oh yeah, thank you, Ms. Marcel. Yo, all props to you. And just you keep doing what you're doing. And you got a voice. Keep doing what you're doing.